As it has become customary for the ANC, the governing party is tonight hosting a gala dinner. It is the last event before party president Cyril Ramaphosa delivers the January 8 statement. Newzroom Africa's politics editor Lukhanyo Calata joins us live from that gala dinner where ANC president has wrapped up his speech. Lukhanyo, good evening and welcome. The president has given us a 30-minute roundup of the happenings of the week with regards to the pilgrimage that took place and just some of the highlights of the resolutions that had been taken from the 55th National Conference.
Indeed, yes. So the president, a very short speech, but obviously we understood that, he'd much rather save his voice for tomorrow because that's really when it will be needed. So today, speaking largely, to a whole full of businessmen and women, the president basically gave snippets, of some of the resolutions of the 55th National Conference. Among those, the issue, obviously, the fact that, that the society, or at least the African National Congress, is going to use must use the next 5 years to really drive home the issue of land reform, for instance, that this conference had indeed confirmed that. We were waiting for the Treasurer General of the African National Congress, Cyril Ramaphosa, to join us. She has now done so. So let me not waste any further time and let me rather talk to her. I thank you so very much for talking to us. I'm sorry that I had to get you to come to us very quickly. But firstly, good evening. Successful inside?
Good evening, and also good evening to your viewers, and compliments of 2023, and we also wish indeed the ANC its 111th anniversary well, and the people of South Africa as a whole. Yes, indeed, beyond expectation. I'm really humbled but also inspired by the generosity of the people of South Africa, especially corporate SA, for the support that they've given. It really shows that renewal is visible, it's palpable, and it is supported.
You announced inside that the African National Congress has now met the targets that it had set for itself in terms of raising funds for that weekend. Obviously, I'm not sure if you can share that with us, but I have to ask, how much is it?
Well, as I indicated earlier on, our target was to break even in terms of the celebrations for the cost of the celebrations, which were estimated at about 17 million rand. And from the two events, we believe that we have actually far exceeded that target, and it is through the generosity of South Africans. Obviously, there's a little bit left to ensure that over the next 3 months, we are able to stabilize the ANC finances into sustainability.
Does that include the payment of salaries?
Most definitely. Our people are our precious resource. Without them, we would not have achieved this. And they've been loyal, they've worked hard, and we really appreciate them. And yes, we are glad that they were paid for Christmas, because they've had Christmases without payment. So we're glad that this last Christmas and New Year's Day, they were with their families, they had been paid. And we commit to ensure that we regularize this matter going forward.
All right. Ma'am, and then obviously there's the issue tomorrow, which is the Gen 8 statement and address. The president touched on those very briefly, giving us snippets of some of the resolutions that will be taken. But what are some of the key expectations that South Africans can expect to have met by that address by the president tomorrow?
Well, our our 55th National Conference resolutions, especially the declaration, was read. It's now public knowledge. And the main thing is that South Africans want their lives to improve. They want a value add to their freedom and also democracy to work for them. We have made progress, and that is why the call is to defend the gains whilst we advance the freedoms and the democracy we have. And some of the gains include free education, free healthcare, housing, unprecedented globally housing project that was rolled out. It includes also electricity, including for the most rural areas, rapid expansion, and indeed the concern that when we have these blackouts, interruptions with energy insecurity, it takes away the gains that we have made. It's a major concern, and it was raised in the conference. And obviously what is the most concern for South Africans is the high cost of living, as well as the issues of violence and the economy that is not inclusive. South Africa is rich enough. It's endowed with minerals, with the ocean and waters, the economy, the water economy, ocean economy, the sun and all that.
Township economy?
Township economy, even the land in the rural areas, there's a food basket for that matter. So we are endowed. We need to look at how we work cohesively through compacts to unlock this wealth, this endowments for a shared prosperity. That's what's in the foremost minds of South Africans, and they have a hope that with a renewed ANC we'll move faster.
All right. Ma'am, I want to just simply congratulate you, because I think in your first few weeks within office you were able to do something that the men just simply couldn't do. So we'd like to congratulate you on having met your targets, your fundraising targets here today. And of course we look forward to tomorrow, where the President will give us that address. Ma'am, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The likes of Shalom Matleke said that the task of building a nation cannot be left to men alone. Women must also stand up. And thank you for the opportunity to contribute as well. Right. Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you very much. That, of course, was the ANC's Treasurer General, Cyril Ramaphosa, who announced tonight that the ANC had not only met but actually had exceeded its targets for this weekend. They were hoping to break even at about 17 million rand, but they far exceeded that amount from the gala tonight and, of course, the golf day that the President had yesterday. I think from us, from Mangaung for tonight, it's back to studio, but before we do that, let's take a quick ad break.